There is a saying that success without a successor is equal to failure. Let's talk a little about legacy. What legacy will you be leaving behind on this earth? What do you mean by legacy? Legacy has to do with a kind of inheritance bequeathed to future generations, not only in terms of property or in terms of wealth, but also in terms of intangible assets. Yes, like historical relevance, like personal values, like personal faith and belief, bequeathed by one person to future generation, bequeathed by a father to the children. This is legacy. So legacy is so important. The question now is, what legacy will you as a person be leaving behind? Legacy shows a life well lived with purpose, a life lived according to the purpose of God, your creator and your maker. That is legacy. Now, when we talk about legacy, please do well to like this video, do well to subscribe, and do well to share to others. When we talk of the importance and the relevance of leaving behind a legacy, it cannot be overemphasized. Legacy goes beyond just wealth. It goes beyond wealth. There are some great men that have left wealth behind for their children on this earth, but they were not prepared for it. And today, it's nowhere to be found. The whole thing is vanished. You see, so there is much more to legacy than wealth and properties. I knew of a man that left behind huge sums of money, properties. But today, the two children left behind, two male children, have squandered the whole wealth, sold the whole properties. There's nothing left to remember that man even today. You see, so legacy serves as a foundation for the future. It provides a kind of generational stability and continuity. Legacy is a foundation for the future, for generational stability and continuity. Jesus Christ, for example, came into this world and he left behind a strong legacy. A city like Nazareth was known for nothing until Christ came. And today, Nazareth is known as that city from where the King of Glory, the King of the saints, manifested and saved the whole mankind. And when Jesus was living, he left behind a legacy. The apostles went on with that legacy. Somebody like St. Paul stood on that legacy. He died for the sake of that legacy. And he handed over in 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 2, when he was speaking to Timothy, he told him, that thing you have received from me, hold it very fast and be able to teach other men also, who will also teach others. That is legacy. It is a life, it's a value, it's a faith that serves as a foundation to build the future stability. Any family without a legacy has no future foundation. It has no future stability. That is what legacy is all about. That is how important legacy is. Legacy builds a succession for future inheritance, a succession for future stability, future growth, so that everybody that comes through that family, through that belief, will stand on a foundation and prosper on that foundation. This is legacy. What legacy, once again, will you leave behind? Can I tell you something? There are processes of leaving behind legacy. To leave behind a legacy, you must be intentional about it. Intentionality is very, very important. You must be intentional. You must be a role model. You must be intentional on a daily basis to leave behind something for future generations to remember for. It takes intentionality. You see, to leave behind a legacy, you must be somebody that documents facts, document stories, tell your children stories, tell them stories that will impact value into their lives. To leave behind a godly legacy, tell your children about the Almighty God, the creator of the universe, whom we came out from. Let them know instill in them the fear of God. You see, this is what it takes. Tell them stories of men that have succeeded on this earth with godly legacy, godly belief. Men that have lived on this earth. Let them know. Let them know. This will stand as a foundation. Tell them stories of men that have stood on values like truth, values like respect, values like integrity, and those men succeeded. They succeeded. So let your children know that cheating does not pay. Let them know that integrity pays. Document stories, make videos, document it of men and women that lived on this earth and build a legacy and succeeded. Like I told you before, do well to like, do well to subscribe. I want to believe that you have gotten something from this video. So it's important to leave behind a legacy that your children and future generations can stand upon as a foundation of success. Thank you for watching. Do well to like, do well to share. God bless you abundantly.